Today we are a presentation video based of the Ancient Greek Geography and Astronomy.
Ancient Greece had the Mediterranean Sea to the south, the Ionian Sea to the west, and the Aegean Sea to the east. Greece is actually a series of lands and/or archipelagos and peninsulas. These islands and peninsulas were covered with high mountains, making travel by land very difficult. Its origin dates back to the 3rd millennium BC, when some people settled and grew there. It reached a great development due to maritime trade, and were organized into independent city-states called polis. The geography of ancient Greece conditioned its culture and the ways of life.
Greek word geography. The Greeks invent the term geography from Geos Aerographos description, whose literal meaning was writing about the earth, given the small portion of the planet that they knew of. It's not surprising that they want to find out what was further away. To do this, they rely on inferences from the known world. How geography conditioned Greece. Greece's steep mountains and surrounding seas forced Greeks to settle in isolated communities. Travel by land was hard, and sea voyages were hazardous. Most ancient Greeks farmed but good land, and water were scarce. They grew grapes and olives and raised sheep, goats, pigs, and chickens.
Astronomy received important influences from other ancient civilizations, mainly India and Babylon, during the Hellenistic era and the Roman Empire. One of the first to carry out astronomical work was the scientist Aristotle of Samos, who calculated the distance that separates the Earth from the Moon and the Sun. Ptolemy was the author of a treatise on astronomy known as the Almagest. Here you can find Hipparchus' catalogue of stars in books 7 and 8. Although Ptolemy claimed to be its observer, much evidence points to Hipparchus as its true author. The catalogue contains the positions of 850 stars and 48 constellations. The geocentric theory created by Greek astronomer Eudoxus of Cnidus describes the Ptolemaic system around 380 BC, in which the Earth is placed at the center of the solar system completely motionless, other celestial objects and/or planets evolving around it. Two great Greek philosophers, Plato and his student Aristotle, shaped the history of astronomy for years to come. Plato argued that the heavens were perfect. The only type of motion that was perfect was uniform motion, and that the only perfect shape was a sphere. Because of this, Plato believed that all motion in the universe is made up of circles turning at uniform rates. This is the concept of the uniform circular motion theory. About 500 years after Aristotle came along Ptolemy. Ptolemy created a model of the universe where the circle that defines the planet's orbit is known as the different. The planet moves in steady circular motion along the epicycle, while the center of the epicycle moves in a steady circular motion around the center of the different. You see, at certain times, planets seem to reverse and move westward as opposed to eastward before resuming their normal path. This is called retrograde motion. It couldn't be explained well by the geocentric model, and therefore Ptolemy created his own model to try to explain it through the use of things like epicycles. The Ptolemaic model, with all its complicated epicycles and difference, was accepted for many years for various reasons, but mainly for giving the human race supremacy and a privileged or central place in the universe. In 1543, mathematician and astronomer Nicolaus Copernicus devised a new model describing the Copernican system, the heliocentric model. It proposes the Sun as the center of the solar system, with other celestial objects and/or planets encircling it. It took more than a century for his theory to be widely accepted. Astronomers began to notice that uniform circular motion did not exist, and that the Earth wasn't at the center of the universe.
With this, we conclude of the presentation as Group 2. Thanks to Francisco Cisneros, Arianna Corrales, Leandro Castaño, and Maria Sanchez.